Premier League Game Week 9 review. Let's talk about it.
Let's jump straight in. I am still not over the fact that Chelsea bottled a 2-0 lead.
Can you believe it? I can't believe I predicted Mudryk to score and
he did. And what a goal it was. I don't even think he thought it was going in.
He definitely didn't think that was going in. That was 100% across. But yeah, Chelsea bottled to the bottlers. That was crazy.
Literally. Honestly, I was like rooting for Chelsea. And I actually thought that they were playing some really good football. They were looking good. They were dominating the game. So I don't know what happened that they just lost it.
Sanchez messed up and then the momentum just shifted.
Yes, I was going to say, I think that their heads went down. Like, it was almost like, oh no, here we go again kind of situation.
But it's promising for Chelsea because they've got some tough fixtures coming up. But a performance like that against Arsenal, who are title contenders, that says a lot.
100%.
The draw, though, I'm very happy with because it means both teams drop points. United stay above Chelsea, which is great. So let them remain the banter club and not us. We managed to
They were the banter club last season.
Another 2-1 win. So wasn't most convincing win for United either. But the fact that we managed to get the win is all that I care about. But again, Sheffield are bottom last. They have 1 point.
And we
shouldn't be struggling against
No,
them.
and why are your wingers and your forwards not the ones scoring? If you think about it, who's your top goal scorer? McTominay.
Yeah, in the Prem, it's Scotty.
Yes, you won, and you obviously won the game previously, but it's not convincing. It's not comfortable. It's very stressful, I would imagine.
Especially with the Manchester derby next. Like, how are we going to beat City if we're struggling to beat Sheffield? We're struggling to beat Brentford.
Yeah.
We're losing games that we shouldn't be losing as well. Like, it's not good. So that's going to be an interesting game. City managed to get a win. Very convincing performance until they conceded.
I think so. I went into that fixture very uneasy because Brighton, like, they are capable of taking points off the big teams.
Yeah, they're so unpredictable.
You know? So unpredictable. They either lose really badly or they're the ones that make others lose really badly, you know? So I was like, oof, tough game, but also really happy to see Haaland back on the score sheets. I know that
with a great goal.
Yes, you know, what a tap in. And there was a lot of talk about him, like, oh, what a poor start. Where is he?
He's still top of the scoring charts. 9 goals in 9 games. Like, what more do you want from a striker?
I honestly think that having Alvarez and Haaland is a cheat code.
It
like
is.
when one doesn't perform, the other one shows up, or
they both
do, you know, which is fantastic. I do want to shout out Jeremy Doku because what a performance he had.
Baller.
Complete baller. I'm very impressed with his involvement since coming into the City squad. We've already seen that he does make a difference. I do think that there are certain areas in which he could probably improve, but I think as a winger, like, he goes for it. He's not afraid to do that.
Yeah, he's very direct.
That's what you
remember,
need.
he's still very young. Under Pep, he will learn, he will get better. And Pep will use him to his strengths. So when you need to get something out of nothing, that's when Doku will be in.
100%.
So, yeah, a good win for City. They put the pressure up at the top. Crazy thing is, the team that is at the top, Spurs, winning 2-0 against Fulham. We got that prediction right, which is great. We don't often get a lot of them right. But
sometimes we are way off.
Spot on. And I think a very dominant performance from Spurs.
I'm so impressed with Spurs and the kind of football that they're playing.
Yeah.
Son, insane. Madison,
I'm so glad we have
insane.
Sonny back because last season Sonny disappeared. Now we got Sonny back. And
he's such a talent,
his
honestly.
partnership with Madison is great.
It's a dangerous duo.
In the 9 games, they've got between them 10 goals and 6 assists, which is really, really good.
No, that's insane.
So,
if we go back to our previous video where we like predicted from 1 to 20th, I had put Spurs in 10th, guys. I can't believe. Like, I was like, Harry Kane's left. Well, bye Spurs. Nice to know you.
To be fair, at the time, like, there was no way of expecting that they would do what they did.
But that's
what they're doing currently.
That's props to Ange. Whatever he's brought into that club, that squad, you can see they are hungry for it and they are playing really good football.
For me, the most impressive is how their defense has improved so much. Their defense is solid. They've kept the most clean sheets. They've got a class goalkeeper.
Oh my God.
Lloris was questionable at times in the past, but now with Vicario, he's brilliant.
He's been making really important saves. Saves that, like, if he wasn't making those, it would change the game. You know? That entire team, very impressed with them.
Yeah. Liverpool managed to get another win. Salah, 2 goals. Salah yet again dominating, showing why he is one of the best Premier League players. Very underappreciated player.
Yeah.
But another win. Pressure at the top. The top is tight.
So Guys, can you just
tight.
take a moment to look at it and see how slim the margins are between all of them?
What's crazy is even Villa, the fact that they are just 2 points off City. They are 4 points off first.
This is going
crazy.
to be one of the most exciting title races because there are actually so many teams in the running for it. Just look at those points.
Yeah, just to talk about Man United again. Last season, with about a month or so to go, you guys were 8 points behind Arsenal and you still managed to win the league. We 9 games in. United are only 6 points behind you.
Yes, okay. I don't necessarily think you're going to go
I'm
for
not
the
saying,
league,
I'm not being the Lulu, but the point I'm making is from first to even 10th, it's tight still.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it's going to be so exciting because honestly, if any one of those teams drop points, it's going to make a significant difference in where everyone is placed.
We're seeing all the teams drop points. All the teams at the top. City have lost 2 games already. Yes, Arsenal and Spurs are undefeated so far this season, but again, they're still dropping points.
Yeah.
So it's becoming a very interesting
But Villa
season.
they are dangerous.
They are dangerous.
They're
looking good.
I'm
Watkins is
afraid of
in
it.
some of the form of his life.
I had to put him in my FPL.
Yeah, I also added him. If you don't have him, you should add him because he's scoring, he's assisting, and
he's on form, eh?
He's a standout player right now. Of course, Newcastle also had a very convincing 4-0 win. They're also in great form. I think after having beat PSG the way that they did,
their confidence skyrocketed.
Their confidence is even higher. So another team that is up there challenging. They didn't have the best start to the season, but already starting to pick up their form.
They're like cleaning it up almost, you know? They're like, don't write us off just yet.
It is a really, really interesting season. The teams at the bottom, I think the newly promoted teams are still trying to find their feet.
Yeah.
Like we see Burnley are struggling, Sheffield obviously losing to United, Luton.
Although Luton came back.
They did.
Against Forest.
They did.
So to be able to do that, like I thought Forest were going to take the win. I was
Same,
like 100%. But then to come back from 2 goals down.
Very impressive.
You know, so there is some like fire within them, you know.
But I hope they start to pick up some more points. So we don't have an obvious relegation battle where it is going to be just those 3 teams.
It's like, okay, down you go.
You're up, but you're back down again.
Like let's keep it interesting.
Let's keep it interesting.
I'm honestly really enjoying the league at the moment. It's hella stressful, I'm not going to lie, because everything is like this. Everyone is so bloody close, and it doesn't matter who you play, you cannot underestimate anyone.
Anybody.
Like Villa and West Ham, I was like, okay, 2 fantastic teams. I thought it was going to be a lot tighter. 4-1. That's the thing. Anything can happen. And the same when Brighton lost, what was it? 6 or something like that. Like, it's insane how many goals as well are being scored this season because there's barely been any 0-0 results.
I think I heard a stat yesterday saying that currently the Premier League is averaging about 3 goals a game. The last time this happened was the season before England won the World Cup.
That's yonks ago.
In the 60s. So it's been a long time since we've averaged this many goals in the Premier League. But at the same time, this season, we've also seen a lot more penalties given. We've also seen extended injury times, which means more time.
And there's been a lot of goals in that injury time.
A lot of goals in that injury time. So it does make sense, but it has, for me, made it more entertaining. Like,
100%.
The game's not over till it's over now, which is
literally, you have to wait till the very end. Even if you are like 2-3 goals ahead, doesn't matter. People can surprise you. So I'm loving this season.
Same, yeah.
Very excited for the Manchester derby. That is the big moment of our page. You know? So may the best team win.
See what happens there. May Man United shock everyone with a win. I don't have much expectations.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's pipe
hoping
down.
For the best. There were also a couple controversial moments, as there always are every single week. I believe that Arsenal should have gotten a penalty. I don't know. For me, it's still questionable. The whole Onana situation from the game against Wolves, similar situation here, where Jesus was taken out. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
People aren't happy with the refereeing in the Premier League at the moment. Konate should have gotten a second yellow,
which would have changed the trajectory of the game.
A Kanji second yellow. I was like, what the hell is going on here? So again, I still think that the refs, I don't know, they've got a lot of work to do because the inconsistencies week in and week out, it's like incredibly frustrating. But besides that, we're having a good time.
It's hella entertaining. We're having a good time, and we'd love to know your thoughts on this past game week. Let us know in the comments, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for some more content.